What's up, dear traders? How is everybody doing today? I do so hope that all of you are doing well. My name is Angie, and today we're going to trade according to the chasing the trend strategy. I'm doing well as well, by the way, if anybody is wondering. First of all, of course, as usual, let's go ahead and check the sound and the picture. And actually, this time today, I want to ask you guys a question. We went over this yesterday, and I do hope that you were here, and we're going to also be using this today. So I want to hear your replies in chat. How do you identify a clear up or downtrend on the Heikin Ashi candles? Please send your replies in chat. That way I'll know that everything is okay with the sound and the picture. And likewise, I'm going to test your knowledge. Were you paying attention yesterday? So once again, the question is, how do you identify a clear up or a clear downtrend on the Heikin Ashi candles? And as always, my friends, while I'm waiting for your replies, I do want to remind you to please make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Whoop, whoop. Show me your support and give me a thumbs up, and likewise, of course, ring on the notification bell. And additionally, I want to remind you that Olymptrade has official social networks with a lot of interesting content, so check out Facebook and Instagram as well. Alrighty, so let me just check to see how everybody's doing. I do see some hellos. Dels the plug was the first one. Any boat? I'm guessing you're asking if there's any code, any promo codes for today. No, I'm not going to be giving out any promo codes. Let's see here. I do see that everything is okay with the sound in the picture because I do have some replies. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but it's very, very interesting. Enskiayethu Umblau. He's asking, I don't know. Can't tell. How can you tell? Well, my friends, you can go ahead and check out the webinar that Yaroslav had last week on the Heikin Ashi candles. But also, I'll also show you, I showed you how the Heikin Ashi works during our yesterday's stream. You can check that one out. And of course, I'll go over that today as well one more time. Vishal Ray, great to see you back. Yes, I took a little bit of a vacation, very overdue, plus it was New Year's. I love the New Year's holidays. Let's see here. We have people from Brazil. Bom dia, hello, hello, but this webinar is going to be in English. Alrighty, so I can tell that everything's okay with the sound and pictures. I don't see any replies, but I'm going to come back to chat. I'm going to come back to chat and see if anybody's going to reply correctly. Alrighty, so let me go ahead and switch to the chart, and then we'll get started. So during our previous webinars, I've noticed people asking in chat to trade on Forex. So today, as I already mentioned, we'll start with and focus on Forex. And specifically, we're going to trade according to chasing the trend. Chasing the trend strategy. And also, if we have time, then I'll show you the FTT version of this strategy on some shorter time frames. Also, I want to ask you guys, please let me know in chat who trades on Forex and who prefers FTT. I'm really curious. And actually, also let me know if you trade on both. Maybe you like to trade on FTT and on Forex. So I'm just really, really curious how many of you prefer FTT and how many of you prefer Forex. And it's very interesting to know why as well. Because we can't reply really fast in chat, you can actually leave your comments and your thoughts and your questions in the comment section below this video as well after it is posted on our channel. Alrighty, so let's see, what are the main differences between Forex and FTT? So how does Forex work? First of all, on Forex, the profit, our money, honey, it depends on how far the price moves in the direction of our trade. So if we're trading up, it depends on how far the price is going to rise. If we're trading down, it depends on how far the price is going to drop before we close the trade. So that's how our profit is derived. There is no trade duration. As you can see, the parameters are a little bit different. There is no trade duration, so as opposed to FTT. So we do have to choose when we close the trade. We can close the trade manually, so by clicking the button. We can also set a take profit or stop loss, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. Now, the next thing is that there is a commission for opening a trade. On FTT, there is no commission. On Forex, there is a commission for opening the trade, and the commission depends on the trade amount and on the multiplier. Now, A multiplier is a trading tool that multiplies the value of your trade. All right, so let's start with the multiplier. So right here we have, of course, our trade amount that we have to choose, and here we have the multipliers. So, for example, on cross-currency pairs, you can choose a multiplier of times 50, times 100, times 200, or times 500, as you can see right here. So what does this mean? This means that if I'm trading with $100 and I am using the 50 multiplier, this means that it's like I'm actually trading with $5,000, so not 100. If I choose the times 100 multiplier, that means $10,000, times 200 multiplier, $20,000, times 500 multiplier, $50,000. Now, so basically, you take your trade amount and you times it by the multiplier. Okay, so now that's easy, but what does this mean and which one do I choose, right? Here is where the stop loss and take profit comes in, or this is like the best way that I can kind of explain it. Now, before we talk about that, I just want to show you the charge in commission. First of all, you can always see the commission that you'll be charged for opening the trade right here below the in the parameters on the bottom. And as I already mentioned, the commission it changes as with the multiplier, and it changes with the trade amount. So the higher the multiplier, the higher the commission, and likewise the change in the trade amount also changes. So as you can see right here, so with $100 and times 50 multiplier, the commission for opening this trade would be $1.16. If I change this to the 100 multiplier, the commission is $2.42. If I change it to the 500 multiplier, the commission is going to be $12.58. So as you can see, the commission does fluctuate with the multiplier. And also, let's say I change it to $10, obviously it drops to $1.26. So the trade amount and the multiplier depend on the commission. Now let me go ahead and visually show you how the multiplier works on the demo account. Okay, so let me just go ahead and switch to the demo account right here. And let me show you this visually. So generally speaking, the higher the multiplier, the higher the risk and a higher potential profit. The smaller the multiplier, the less risk, but less potential profit. Now let me go ahead and show you. So we're going to trade with $100, and we're going to open one trade with 50 times 50 multiplier. Okay, so I'm going to open an up trade. Okay, so for this up trade, let's say that I'll go ahead and set my stop loss to about right here. So this is my last local minimum. We'll talk about this in just a moment. So, but let's just say I'm going to set my stop loss right here at minus $13. And I'm going to set my take profit. Let's see here. At about right here, so 26. So this is a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. I'll explain this in just a minute as well. Right now, let me just focus on the multiplier. So this is times 50 multiplier. So from this price, if the price moves down, so against my trade because I'm trading up, if the price moves down and reaches this level right here, my trade is going to close and I'm going to lose $13, not the whole $100, which is the amount of my trade. And by the way, automatically the stop loss is going to be the amount of your trade. So you can't lose more than the amount of your trade regardless of how much you have on your account. So if the price moves down to this level, I'll lose $13. And if the price rises to this level, I'll gain $26. Okay, so that's going to be my profit. Now let me show you the same scenario, but if I use the 500 multiplier. Okay, so I'm going to switch to the 500 multiplier, same amount, trade amount, $100. As you can see, the commission increased by $10, and we're going to trade up again. So for this trade, I'm going to set the take profit in the same vicinity, so right here. Okay, about right here. Just a moment, it goes like this. And we're going to set the stop loss at that local minimum. And look at that. I can't even set the stop loss at the local minimum. Okay. Let me just show you right here. just a second here. This is 500. So stop loss at the maximum stop loss, which is the $100, which is the amount of my trade, is going to be it's going to be near that local low, but not quite. And if the price goes against my trade and reaches this level, I'm going to lose the entire $100. Versus, remember, with this trade, if I reach this level, I'm going to lose only $13. But on the other hand, look at this take profit. If I reach that same level with the times 500 multiplier, my profit is going to be $275. Versus with the 50 multiplier, I'm going to gain only $26. So once again, the main idea is that the higher the multiplier, the closer your stop loss is going to be. Therefore, this means this is what I mean by higher risk, but a higher potential profit. In my humble opinion, I would say that, and I personally use the times 100 and times 200 multiplier. Why? Because this way I still have room and control of my trade, and at the same time I have the ability to make a substantial profit. So I don't go with the highest multiplier, I don't go with the lowest. I do suggest the times 200, or even in some cases the times 100 multiplier. So that's that. And just another thing that you can consider is that if you are sure about your trade and if you have a good, reliable signal, you can use a higher multiplier. And if you are unsure, you can use a lower multiplier. Now, my friends, I think that that's enough for a short explanation on Forex. I do want to mention that we have a full playlist which has like 8 videos that are dedicated to Forex trading. There's technical analysis, fundamental analysis, money management, day trading, swing trading, position trading, and more. So you can definitely check that out. And I'm going to go ahead and send you the link to the entire playlist for you right now. Let me just take a peek right here in chat. I do see somebody was asking if this is going to be a hello from Pakistan. Let's see, new generation. Piyush is saying I trade in FTT more than Forex. Thank you so much for letting me know. Amar and Iggy Fun Zone prefer Forex. It's very interesting. Let's see here. Chukwu Alexander, Alex from India, I prefer Forex than FTT because I can modify and exit trade whenever I want, but if in FTT it's not possible. Well, yes, so FTT you do have to choose like the trade amount, the trade duration, the trade time, and on Forex you can keep your trades actually open indefinitely. This means that, even if the price drops a little bit, it can come back, so you just have more room to work with the trade. I trade on both. But Vishal Ray, yes, Forex is love. Forex is my love, but I do trade on FTT as well. And by the way, we're talking about FTT and Forex, but we haven't, please don't forget that we have stock price trades as well. By the way, let me just show you, I do have this is my demo account. Let me switch to my live account. I do have a little portfolio here right now. Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan Chase, they had their earnings report recently. One of them had a lower than expected revenue. One of them had a lower than expected EPS. So as you can see there, the price dropped a little bit, but I do believe that they will recover. As you can see, Apple's doing pretty good, AMD's doing good, Pfizer's doing good, and Procter & Gamble is doing good. So, well, generally speaking, my portfolio is okay, but this is something that I bought, that I hang on to, I monitor from time to time. I can adjust the amount of my shares, but I'm so sorry, I'm getting off topic right here. I just wanted to remind you that we also have SPT aside of FTT and Forex. Gemo Repo FTT also rocks. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Alrighty, so let me go ahead and continue back with my lesson. So I think it's time to trade a little bit and look for some signals. So for this strategy, we are going to use the Heikin Ashi candles chart type. I will one more time very briefly show what a clear up or downtrend looks like. We're going to use the Awesome Oscillator and the RSI Oscillator. The only parameter that we need to change is the RSI period from 14 to 28. But, my friends, what you can also do is simply enable the strategy in the Strategies tab. and all the indicators are going to be applied automatically with all the appropriate settings. Let me show you. Maybe somebody is joining us for the first time. This is the indicators tab where you can choose all of the indicators that I just listed. But if you click right here on trading strategies, you have all of these strategies are available for the starter status. So as soon as you register an account on the Olymptrade platform, you can use them. There are 5 that you can use on FTT, 3 that you can use on Forex, and likewise, as you can also acquire different really awesome strategies for FTT and for Forex in the market, right, my friends? So don't forget to check that out. You can choose, like, you can subscribe for 1 month, you can subscribe for a whole year, for 3 months, a lot of different options. Just don't forget to check that because this is a new feature. So one more time, let me just go back to my trading strategies. We're trading on Forex and we're trading on chasing the trend. So I click on chasing the trend. If you would like, you can watch a tutorial on how the strategy works, and we can click on enable the strategy. And as you can see, pop-pom, pop-pom. One more time. Alrighty, hold on 1 second here. Here we go. So all of the indicators are automatically applied, and as you can see, the RSI, the relative strength index, it's already with the appropriate period settings, which is 28. Alright, so let me just first very quickly one more time explain what a clear up or downtrend means on the Heikin Ashi candles. On a clear uptrend, you're going to see big green bodied candles with the wick shadow only on top of the candle. And likewise, on a downtrend, you are going to look for well, these aren't large, but you do want to see red candles with the wick only below the candle. So this is how you identify a clear up or downtrend on the Heikin Ashi candles. And of course, don't forget to check out those separate videos that are, you know, more in-depth tutorials. Alrighty, so what are we going to be looking for? We are looking for the RSI to cross the 50 mark. Let me just see if you can see me. I know. Let me just move myself right here for now. Alrighty, so we are looking for the RSI oscillator to cross the 50 mark, either down to trade down or up to trade up. Okay. Likewise, at the same time, we do want to see a clear up or downtrend on the Heikin Ashi candles. And if we are trading up, then the nearest Awesome Oscillator histogram bar needs to be green. And if we are trading down, then the nearest bar needs to be red. So just for an example right here, as you can see, excuse me, the RSI oscillator crossed the 50 mark to the upside. We see that we have a clear uptrend on the Heikin Ashi candles. And as you can see, the nearest Awesome Oscillator bar is green. Now, this would be a signal to enter an uptrade. And likewise scenario you would have to the downside. So you would see a clear downtrend with red candles. You would have the RSI cross the 50 mark from top to bottom. And likewise, the first histogram bar needs to be red. Now, we can set the stop loss. Let me just go back to my demo account for just a second right here. Let me just look at this trade. So we can set the stop loss at since we're trading on Forex. It's always good to use the stop loss option. Don't forget to use it to minimize your losses. So we can set the stop loss at the nearest low or at the nearest local high. What's a local low or a local high? So the last high means the last peak, the last maximum that the price made before it started falling. And likewise, a local low would be the last drop that it made before the price started rising. So for example, right here with this trade, I opened an up trade and I set my stop loss right here slightly below this local low. I do want to mention, my friends, if you have a hard time identifying local lows and local highs, you can use certain indicators. For example, you can use the Bill Williams fractals or the parabolic SIR. Let me just show you how they work. So even though this is a strategy, of course, you can use additional like levels of support and resistance, and likewise, see where the price levels are. So for example, let me show you Bill Williams fractal. So as you can see, so this was the last local low that the price made before it started rising. This was the last local high before it started falling, and previously as well. The only thing that I want to mention is with the Bill Williams fractals. Right now I have the advanced account, and you do get the Bill Williams fractals as when you get upgraded to the advanced status. And you can get the advanced status by either trading or you can purchase it in the market. And likewise, you can separately purchase the Bill Williams fractal subscription in the marketplace as well. Another indicator that you can use is the parabolic SAR. Basically, what you would do is like the last local low, like would be like slightly above the last dot or slightly below the last dot. So basically, you can kind of use these two indicators to kind of locate the local lows and local highs. The Bill Williams fractals work really well for me. So now that we know where to set the stop loss, how about when do we close the trade, right? And now here you can consider a few scenarios. Now, according to the strategy, you can manually close the trade. You can just go to the trade section and close it manually. Or, of course, you can set a take profit. Now, excuse me, you can when would we close the trade manually? According to the strategy, so if we are trading up, and the bars of the Awesome Oscillator are green, it can be considered a good idea to close the trade when the Awesome Oscillator bar changes color. Okay, and so basically, if we're trading up, the first red bar appears. This is where it's a good idea to close the trade. And likewise scenario with the down trade, but vice versa. So I was just showing you this right here. So for example, right here, the price crossed the 50 mark up on the RSI. The nearest Awesome Oscillator is green. And we have a clear uptrend on the Heikin Ashi. So here is where the price, where the first Awesome Oscillator turned to red. So this would have been where we could have closed the trade manually and collected our profit. Now, another scenario that you can do is, for example, if you're not going to be near the computer, is of course you can set the take profit. Now, where you set the take profit is completely up to the trader. But as a general money management rule, it's good to keep a 1-to-2 or a 1-to-3 profit to loss ratio. So basically, this means that if I'm, let's see for this example right here. So I'm trading with $100. I set my stop loss at $13, and I set my take profit at $26. So this is a 1-to-2 profit to loss ratio. So just remember that if you're setting your take profit, try to keep it at a 1-to-2 or a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio. Alrighty, so I think let's go ahead and look for some trades. Let me go ahead and switch back to my real account. I did look over the price charts before the webinar, and I'm gonna go ahead and start with the 1 hour time frame. And let's see if we have time, we'll look at some FTT trades as well. Alrighty, so the first one that we're going to look at is Euro NZD. Euro NZD. Yeah, see, I was watching this right here where it was crossing. I do see a clear downtrend right here. I just don't like how it's, it's shifting towards the middle. The Awesome Oscillator bar is red. Not sure what it's doing. It's flattened out a little bit, but I am still going to try this. I'm going to use the 100 multiplier because I'm kind of not sure about the trade. The RSI is kind of flattened out a little bit, and I'm going to trade down. So my commission is $4.15 with the 100 multiplier. Okay, so I'm going to trade down. I'm going to set my stop loss at the nearest local maximum, near the lowest maximum. So that's 43, and I'm going to set my take profit. Let's see here. Well, if I set it here, so this is like a price channel, so we're like right here in the middle. This would be like a 50-50. Let me check to see. So 43. pretty good level of, it's an interesting level. So yeah, so this is a pretty good level to aim at. It is quite far for the price to travel, so I am going to monitor it. I would have preferred to probably leave it at a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio and monitor the situation. Let's see here if I lower this to about 23. I'm probably going to just leave it at a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. I know it's not ideal, but this is what we are going to work with for now, because I believe that this is the next price target that the price is going to reach, actually even probably here. But this is what we're going to do for euro and the New Zealand dollar. As you can see, like when you first open the trade, your trade is going to be slightly in the minus because of the commission, my friends. Remember the commission. Alrighty, so this was not an ideal situation because of this iffy RSI. Let me go ahead and go to my next one. That's going to be, well, GBP and NZD and Euro NZD. They do kind of correlate. As you can see, we're same situation. It looks like it wants to cross, but it looks like it doesn't anymore. Alrighty, so I'm just probably going to, let me think, I'm thinking. I have a similar trade with the Euro NZD, so I'm probably going to skip this one for now, but this is the general idea that I was talking to you about. This is the general signals that you want to be looking for. You want the RSI to cross the 50 mark, you want to see a clear downtrend, and you want the nearest bar to be red. Alrighty, so let's see if I can find something more interesting. How about GBP USD? The British pound and the United States dollar, aka cable. Alright, so here is where the price crossed the 50 mark. The nearest bar is red. We do have a clear downtrend. I like it. And it looks like the Awesome Oscillator also wants to cross the 50 mark to the downside. So I'm going to use a 200 multiplier here. So remember, more risk, but more potential profit. I'm going to trade down and see what we can do with the stop loss and take profit. All right, so the last minus 56. You can also adjust the take profit and stop loss right here. So let's say this minus 50, this is going to be plus 100, 1 to 2, risk to a reward ratio. Another thing that we can kind of see right here is that, remember I told you, you can always use additional supporting indicators like support and resistance. As you can see, the price is breaking this trend line down. Alrighty, so let's see how that's going to go as well. The next one that I want to show you, so that's GBP USD. We are looking at the 1 hour time frame. We are using the chasing the trend strategy. I think these were just some to watch. NZD CHF. NZD CHF. Yeah, it was approaching, but that's why I was watching it. Right now it just doesn't look like it wants to go up. Let me see NZD USD. Same situation. Didn't quite reach that 50 mark, and you really do want to see all three signals from all three indicators when you are trading. Let me just check to see, is everybody doing okay in chat? Hello, hello from Hunza, Pakistan. Mountain Pablo, hello. Peter, hello from Benin Republic. Welcome, welcome. Let's see, with the RSI, Umlaw is asking, with the RSI indicator, if the indicator crosses the 50 white line, is that an indicator, an indication of the trend? Yes, whenever we do see a cross of the 50 mark, that is a potential signal to enter an uptrade, but you do want to see some supporting factors from other indicators. But yes, potentially, yes. Alrighty, so no other questions. Let me see. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and switch to the 4 hour time frame. Here, I believe I only saw one, Euro NZD. Let me see. Let me see. Euro NZD. Euro NZD. Oh, we already opened this. I'm sorry, my friends. And just let me just check one more. So on the 1 day time frame, so the higher the time frame, the more reliable the signals are. I really like working on some higher time frames. I know you guys love lower time frames because, I mean, who doesn't like to make a quick profit? Bam, bam. Let's see here. So here, what I'm watching for is that, okay, so we do have a cross, but this is like the daily chart. We do have a cross of the 50 mark. The only thing that I don't like is how it's just kind of fluctuating around this 50 mark this whole time, so it's kind of iffy. Plus, as you can see, I drew this level of support, which the price is it's kind of bouncing from. So this is, although we do have a red bar appear on the Awesome Oscillator, I would prefer to wait, but to definitely monitor this situation. So this is Euro AUD on the 1 day time frame. If we have a break of this trend line, then I would definitely consider opening a trade. Now, my friends, unfortunately, so like some of the signals that I found did not go through, as you can see, you know, the time change and stuff like that. So let me just very, very quickly show you how this works on FTT. So let me just go right here, trading strategies. We were chasing the trend and disable this strategy. We are going to switch to FTT, something with a high rate of return. We're going to switch to the 5-minute time frame. So on FTT, you can choose it from the 5-minute time frame to the 30-minute time frame. Back to indicators, back to trading strategies, and this is the Japanese trend, my friends. Yes, Japanese trend. So basically, it's going to be the same situation. We still have the RSI. We don't have the Awesome Oscillator, but we have the RSI when we have the Heikin Ashi. So here, the RSI period does not change. So remember, on Forex, the period changes to 28. On FTT, it remains the same at 14. And basically, we look for the same, we look for two signals. We look for a clear up or down trend on the Heikin Ashi, and we look for a cross of the 50 mark on the RSI. We open the trade, and the trade duration should be either ×1, so the ×1, or ×2, the working time frame. So if I'm looking at the 5-minute time frame, the trade duration should be either 5 or 10 minutes. If I'm looking at the 30-minute time frame, the trade duration should be either 30 or minutes or an hour. Okay, I do see some of your replies in chat. Let's see here. Hi from India, looks good strategy. We'll try and let you know in the next session. Raj, please definitely do that. That would be really awesome. Mountain Pablo, thank you, thank you. Patalia is asking, what do we do in GBP and ZZ situation of Forex? Okay, give me just 1 second. 2 seconds. GBP USD. Well, right now, basically, we are just waiting. So we're looking at the 1 hour time frame. Right now, we're just waiting for the price to move in the direction of our trade. So for Forex, you either, set up to take profit and stop loss, or you monitor the situation as the day goes by. Okay, let me go back to FTT, my friends. So basically, yeah, so the signals are the same. The only thing is that we don't have the Awesome Oscillator. And let me just go through some. Oh, I would have totally entered that right here as it was crossing. AUD, JPY, look at that. We have, well, it does look, we have a cross right here. We have the cross is somewhere between here, but I just only see one candle. Can't really call this a clear uptrend. Let me see if I can find something else. Asian Composite Index. No. Well, this would have been nice right here. This would have been so nice. You see how that beautiful cross, and this is the most beautiful clear uptrend that I've ever seen on the Heikin Ashi candles. All right, see, Euro US dollar, no. Euro Composite Index, we can possibly try. I'm gonna go ahead and minimize this. I'm gonna set this to 5 minutes. Trade up. GBP USD. Quickler. We'll get back to Quickler on another day, my friends, I promise. Probably next week on Thursday. Alrighty, so we're looking for that cross of the 50 mark. Of the 50 mark. Oh, I switched. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? Let's see, Dow Jones. I'm just gonna go down this list with the 80%. Oh, Euro CHF. I like it. I like it. And also don't forget to check how your, as you can see, like when you change with the different assets, sometimes the trade duration also changes. So you want to keep that in mind. Euro GBP. Interesting situation. Interesting situation. It is crossing. But I would like for it to cross a little bit more. Yes. Yes. Euro GBP down. My friends, you see what I'm doing, right? You see this cross right here? This cross happened to us actually as we were looking at the chart. Pretty clear downtrend. I see the shadow only on the bottom. This was a little bit of a situation, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Euro JPY. I'm just going to go down this list, and then we'll check our trades. We'll see how they are going. Footsie, what you doing? I'm going to try the footsie, but I'm going to increase the trade duration to 10 minutes. Well, excuse me. Not sure what happened there. Well, GBP AUD and GBP CAD, look at that. It's like rising, and it does look like it wants to rise. I see this clear. This is clear. GBP AUD. So GBP AUD and GBP CAD, so these are two that I'm going to monitor in the near future as well. Look at that GBP CHF. Did we open this already? Let's do this for 5 minutes. We got that cross. We're a little bit late for the cross, but I still want to try it. Oh, look at that. GBP NZT. Looks like it wants to cross. It looks like it wants to cross. This is another one that I'm going to be watching. Let me just check to see how my trades are doing. So these are our Forex trades. What's going on in the composite? I was late for it. I was late. Okay. Only 2 minutes left. We'll see how that goes. But you see how the wicks are becoming on top and on the bottom. The trend is slowing, not very good. Euro CHF, same situation, same situation. We crossed it, but then we started dropping. Here I also have only 2 minutes. Euro GBP is doing okay. GBP CHF. See here, I still have 4 minutes. It's also struggling. Doesn't look very bright for me today. Doesn't look very bright. But you know, you're not going to have bright days every single day. I'm going to have to deal with that. I should have chosen a higher trade duration probably. Okay, let me just check on those favorites. Still approaching, My friend, let me see. So this is a question from Chuk Wu. The chasing the trend trading strategy, is it more effective in short time frames or long time frames trading entry? As you can see, you can use it on both. You can use it on Forex and on FTT. As you can see, the parameters change a little bit. So on FTT, you don't change the RSI period. On Forex, you do. I always say that the higher the time frame that you use, the more stronger and more reliable signals you are going to get. And I'm going to stick to that opinion. If that helps you out, Chukwu. Alrighty, so I do have 2 trades that are in the plus. I do have 2 trades that are in the minus, and I have 2 trades that are on Forex. So even if they are in the minus right now, you know what sometimes what I do with Forex is you can wait for the trade to come near the 0 mark, so you can at least break even and not lose anything. You know, you just have to wait for a little while. Well, GBP CHF maybe still has a chance. But look at that. That one went there and that one went down there. Well, the first one is not in my favor. Well, my friends, Gemo wrapper, just very quickly, I did show this earlier. Stock BT, it does work during the US trading session. I do have a little portfolio. I bought some stocks. I'm holding on to them. I bought them a long time ago. Let me see here. I bought this. I can't see the date. Well, I know this was months ago. I'll probably be able to see it in my profile. Well, my friends, I do really hope that you guys enjoyed this strategy, and I do hope that it. Oh, I reached a new bonus, and I do hope that you'll be able to use it and that it's going to bring you profit. Let me go ahead and switch back to right here. Should have just stuck with Forex for today, right? But I know I just wanted to show you guys the FTT as well, because I know a lot of you trade on it. So I just want to thank you so much for tuning in for my lesson today on Forex. So today we traded according to the chasing the trend strategy. Don't forget to check out the other strategies that are available for you to use as soon as you register an account, and others that you can attain in the market where I showed you. As usual, my friends, I do want to remind you to please make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this webinar, if you enjoyed my lesson, please show me your support and give me a thumbs up. And of course, ring on the notifications bell so that you don't miss out on anything new. And as a reminder, we do have really cool official social networks. So check us out on Facebook and as well as Instagram. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.